Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Rochelle Lloyd-Smith and I'm from Stamping Flair. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in Melbourne. It's great to have you here for my craft and chat today. I'll be sharing with you a project from the Floral Impressions Bundle. Now this is one that we have just had from April, or from May. You would have been able to purchase this. It is now on our last chance list, and so therefore it's available while supplies last. This has been one of my favorites. We actually got it as demonstrators if we had the option to get it during our on-stage event. So I did get it then, and I've used it a lot. So I wanted to share with you one more project. I might share with you more, but just in case it sells out, it's one of my favorites, and I wanted to have the opportunity to be able to share this with you. In another way, I don't think I've had this combination before, and it's just a bit of fun that I thought it'll be nice to share with you a different way to use this product. So if you haven't joined me before, every Wednesday I do go live as much as I can at 1 o'clock. It's generally every Wednesday. I did miss last Wednesday due to some emergencies at home, but it is lovely to be here with you again. I do also go live at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. So that is my card creation series, and I share a series every on a Sunday where it focuses on one bundle or a suite or a stamp set. This month I'm sharing with you the Modern Christmas Suite. So I'll continue with the third in that series this Sunday night. Now, I do use Stampin' Up products in my creations. Now, you can use whatever you like and take inspiration from maybe colors or sketches or some tips that I share with you. I would love to chat with you as I share. And if you find inspiration, please share with me what you have created or ideas that you have found helpful. I'd love to be able to know what has helped you, or even daily what you're doing. It's really nice to be able to meet people through this avenue of my YouTube channel or my Facebook page. I have met some lovely people, and it is really great to be able to communicate with you this way. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, that is a great way to keep up to date with our latest promotions, my just some chit chat as well, and I also share with you a free tutorial which is to my subscribers, so you get a another way to create. So today I said I'm going to be sharing the Floral Impression Suite. I'm going to be doing some watercoloring, and I got into the watercoloring again the other day. I made such a big mess on my table. It was so much fun. So I thought I'll continue that today and share with you a different colorway as well. So I hope you enjoy this. If you do enjoy it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I appreciate those who do share my videos. That's very helpful to me. So this is what I've got, and this is what I'm thinking about. I've got some cardstock cut, and again, I have not really had any prep with regards to the project, so we will see how we go. And I have got an idea. I'm following a sketch, and I will share with you more about that in a minute. Let me just get rid of some of that glare there, if I can. Everything seems to be glaring, but that's okay. So I've got some watercolor cardstock. And for starters, I'm going to be doing some die cutting. I'm going to die cut some flowers from using the dies. Now, what I love about this bundle is that you can use the stamps separately, like the flowers, or so you've got this stamp set, got some nice sentiments. So there's two-step stamping. You don't need to use that two-step. You can just stamp that, die cut it. You can color it in if you wanted, stamp that, or you can use the dies on their own and without the stamps. And I think there's a lot of versatility in this set. So take a look at it. If you haven't got it, it has also got really nice large oval dies in this, which I won't be using today, but I have made use of them in the past. And these are great for your, centers of cards and things like that. You can do even tags with this. You could fold them over. So one can add as a outline. So many things you can do with this. Go check it out. If you haven't got it, you'll love it. This one's going to stay in my stash. I do sell a lot of my retired product, but I also keep a lot. I'll be honest with you, I do keep a lot, and I find I do use them. I like to have them when I do need it. So there are some things, that you want for certain occasions, and I like to have that in my stash. So please say hi if you're watching along with me or watching replays or whatever. Let me know where you're watching from. What I'm going to do, I will cut some leaves as well while I'm going, and this is from watercolor cardstock. Not going to worry too much if it's not dead center. So what I'll show you what this does if you have not seen exactly how this works and what those dies do. Wondering why I'm putting that extra bit inside. So when I cut it out, I'm going to cut a few different flowers. I probably could have done all, but because I don't know what I'm going to need for my arrangement and what colors, etc. So when you die cut it, it's going to give you that nice detail in the center, which is really, really pretty. And that's what makes it easy when you do it. Okay, where's this? Where is this one? It's moved. Here we are. Let me do a small one while I'm at it. Maybe some teeny weeny ones here. Maybe a medium-sized one. There's actually 3 different sized flowers. Just as I'm thinking about it, I thought I'll do. This is the small. I mean, there's this teeny weeny ones, but I thought I'll do maybe the smallest of the flowers there. So just bear with me. I was just thinking just as I was doing it then that I should have done this in between, not the in between one, the smallest of these bigger flowers. And because I can't say they're the smallest ones because there's those little, this tiny ones there. They're a little bit different. And if we don't need them all, that's okay. We can use it for the inside or something like that. That's fine. Hi, Christine. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. So I can put that die aside. I don't need another one of the larger ones. I might do some smaller ones. So you get those 3. There's 2 lots of them, but I only did pull that one by memory. Pretty sure there's 2 lots of them. We've got so many of these sets. Sometimes I'm just gonna put them in there. So it's the same with this small flower. It does the same sort of indentation as the bigger one. which is handy. So I'll keep our thick one there. And then I'll do another one of these. And I particularly like this where it's already doing the indentation. Which I find helpful. I'm not very good at this. I always muck it around, but it's easy enough. I'd be hopeless at those, the sorter games. I'd be useless. All right, so this is the leaf. I'll cut a couple more of them as well. Yeah, that's one of my favorite leaves too. I use that like all the time. Hey, Massery. Good to see you. Yeah, it's a lovely bundle. And I'm really sad that it's on the last chance list. Especially those ovals and things, I think. This actually reminded me of another set we used to have, which was the stitched. It had stitched detail on it. I still have that set. That was from years ago. I kept that one too with the flowers, because anything like that, it's so easy to get some nice texture. I'm going to get some on watercolor cardstock. And don't worry, I had used this, but we can die cut some leaves out of that. I can't remember what that set was called. You may know. There's a few like that. And we'll do one more. No. Okay, I've just done what I think I need. We can always do some more. So I'll do the watercoloring first, and then I'll do my assembling, because then I can leave my things to dry and stuff. All right, so I'm gonna drop some. So Misty Moonlight is my. I'm gonna do some flowers in Misty Moonlight. So I've got some ink refill, and then I've got some balmy blue. I think I just needed a mix of color. Let's see, I'm gonna give that a clean, because I think it's been there a while. So I'm using my older water painter, which I had, right? It doesn't matter, use whatever you've got. The water painters are back, but it's the different one. So I'm going to do my larger flowers in this color. So I'll start with the the balmy blue. Oops. So this is a very sort of a light wash. You could do a whole sheet and then cut it with the balmy blue, but I just prefer to do this for this particular project, what I'm doing. and some white space is fine too. It actually gives more sort of a rustic look. And this is Misty Moonlight. I'm going to drop that in there. I'll drop a little bit and then I'm going to leave it to dry, because I'll add some extra in after. It sort of goes in those crevices. I'm just tapping it basically there. All right, so we can leave that to dry for a second, and by the time I do my leaves, it'll be fine. So then your centers are kind of done. We can add more color. I may add another color, but we'll see. Okay. Now, next one is some old olive. So I've already got the old olive here, so I'm not going to add any more. I'm just playing it by ear here, by eye. I'll do one round, come back. So this is just a very haphazard watercoloring. And that's what I like about it. So it's just a bit of it's very organic. There's no definite method as such. It's quite a heavy wash. All right. So added a bit more color. Don't be afraid if you're of watercoloring. I think it's a. I always say this is a great beginner technique because there is no wrong. Not that there's any wrong in any crafting, but because everything will turn out differently, so therefore it doesn't really matter. It's not like you have to do anything in a certain way or particular thing. Watercoloring, even if I do 10, they'll all be different. So everyone's going to be different. That's what I think is good about it. Next, I have a little bit of well, see, I'm just going to bring in I do have the inker, but I'm just going to use this while I've got it here. I had it here, so I'm just adding pockets of it. All right. Then I'm going to move this aside because I'm just going to do a little bit of splattering. And you can do it with, it may, and I could even go back with the stamping blend, but while I've got the water painter, the aqua brush, I'll do it, just do it with that. Just for that, leave that aside. Okay. So I've got all our leaves done. I'm going to bring now my flowers back in. They're dry enough. And I want to add a bit more Misty Moonlight, but this time I'm going to add it more dry. All right, so I am picking up the darker, the most concentrated color. You could do this with a thinner brush. I've just picked up what I had here. Just sort of go and adding a bit more of that Misty Moonlight in there. So I do want a bit more of that color to come through. Just basically following those lines. And this one I've just added a bit of a wash so it just goes in there. So if your water paint is, just preferably use one of your thinner ones. Like this is not my thin one, but don't use there's a wider one, the widest one, that more flat. It's good for filling in techniques kind of thing. You can use it, but it's just going to be a bit trickier to get this sort of effect. Okay, and then I can go in and I'll stamp in after. All right, so that's done. So I've got some flowers here, and then we've got a bit of a leafy arrangement, which will work nicely, I think. I've got some little flowers, which these ones, which I will probably do. I'm going to put them on here because they're probably going to get lost. They are so tiny. They are teeny tiny. So, and going with a bit of a different, ooh. Let's do a few of them. There should be one more. Okay. Not sure what I'm doing that with, but I'm thinking maybe a peach pie or something. That'll do. You know, we just go with what we feel. Let me see. Go with the feels, right? Sure. And you can just touch that up like that. You can cut that out of peach pie cardstock, but because I'm doing it all in watercoloring, I think it's just nice. It gives a different look. There's number 5 here. It's stuck on my hand. And then I'm going to make it a little bit darker in the center. So I will dry this a little bit. Hopefully they don't fly away. Gosh. When I watercolored the last few days, it was for, I just did a background and I was just playing around. And then I thought, oh, this will work well for one of our cards for 12 Days of Christmas. That's coming up in November. So if you haven't joined that 12 Days of Christmas, come follow us at the Stamping Lounge Facebook page. We're going to be having a challenge there. So that's going to be loads and loads of fun. So between us, so there's 12 days, and each of us are going to be sharing 12 projects. So there's 36 projects. Now, if you're a lounge member, you are going to get 36 PDFs because we love it. And that's just the perk of being on the lounge. I didn't even, I just said that. I didn't work out the math. I'm thinking, oh, it's nice. We're doing 12 Days of Christmas. And I've just calculated in my head that's 36 projects. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe it's 12 projects. And then we're showing you 36 variations. Maybe, but you'll be getting some PDFs for every day. So I know we all have to create, we're all creating a project for every day. So we're doing 36 projects. I could be very wrong. Mastery, please correct me. I've got so many projects in my head at the moment because we're going nuts with creating. We've got the Advent calendar class. And hey, the Advent calendar is sold out, guys. It is sold out. So next year, if you missed out this year, do not wait. I'm glad I got mine because it's very nice. But don't wait. Just making sure it's a little bit dry. Okay. Now let's do some assembly. Alrighty. Oh, there's my missing one. I knew there was 6. But that's alright. I'll keep them all on that. Alright. So at least 36 ideas. So bear with me if I'm wrong, but I know 12 projects at least, for PDFs at least. But then if next week is our retreat. You can still register. You can register till the last minute. So come join us from anywhere in the world. It's the Elegant Pine Snowflake Retreat. 18 projects, lifetime replays, and we have a lot of fun. So what I'm doing is going to combine this with this designer series paper. Now this is the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper. This is on Last Chance as well. This is a specialty designer series paper. So it's got the gold on one side, and like you can cut them out and things. So see, it's got that as well. That's I just, this one I loved the softer side, especially. It had the gingham, it had some beautiful stripes with the soft sea foam. It had some, there was, I've used most of it. It had some leaves in soft sea foam, lots of really nice stripes. There's some Coastal Cabana in there, beautiful paper. I'm gonna dry this a bit. This still feels a little bit wet. You can leave it, and if you're doing a bunch, just leave it and let it dry overnight even. Now, if you like this sketch, this is the Global Design Project sketch for this week. You can change it. Oh, hang on, guys. I'm going to plug in my computer because it's saying my battery is running low. We can't have that. Imagine if that cut out. I normally have it plugged in, but I mustn't have put it right, like correctly. If you like the sketch, I'm saying just you can do it with like a Christmas card, you know, just change it around. Now the Take Your Pick tool has like a stylus edge, so you can use that, which I probably have it somewhere. Here, let me see. I have bits and pieces of my Take Your Pick tool here. All right, so you have this, you can use that to kind of, it fits to the edge of your, I'm just not doing it. Use it on your piercing mat, and it will curve the edges of your flowers up. All right. Automatically. Going to just pull these up a bit. I might just be a bit more gentle than something rough. Just go, it's still a little bit damp, so I'm just worried if I go pulling too much with the bone folder, it's going to like rip it apart. All right, so I'm going to, I like that. And then I'm not sure whether I'm going to be using that, or I may use a Misty Moonlight card base, and I think I may go the Misty just to bring in some of the blue back in, which might be nice, and maybe a white matte layer or something. Oh, I think I like the Misty. What do you think? Let me know. I think it's looking nice with that Misty. Let's see. Giving it a gentle curve there. Oops. See? It wasn't dry. Just don't be rough like me. I can hide that one. He's okay. I like this colors together, and I think against that Misty Moonlight, it's looking pretty good. But you know me, I like a bit of embossing. I love embossing. So I am going to add some embossing because I'm a bit of an embossing nut. And I'm gonna add some embossing. I want a shorter one here. Maybe I can dot it with some of this peach pie flowers. Oh yeah, I like how that's turning out. And then we have to work out a sentiment. But let me get some Misty Moonlight from matte layer. Also wanted to create maybe a non-Christmas card, because we still need birthday cards, right? People are still having birthdays. My goodness, people have birthdays well before Christmas. People have birthdays on Christmas Day. Do you have a birthday on Christmas Day? Yeah. Okay, let's see what embossing folder we could use. I am thinking the exposed brick or maybe the birch wood. That's a more subtle kind of embossing folder. If you go out and check last chance list, and you find, oh, I've got quite a few products, or if you just like a lot of products in there, if your order is like $60, might I say, just consider that starter kit. There's two options for the starter kit, but the first starter kit option is $60, and you can choose $235 of product. Those starter kit options are available until the 31st of October. Now, it's $60 is less. It's 3 packs of designer series paper. It's maybe a kit and a half, like what you would normally spend. It's less than a bundle price. Like, say your bundles is normally $80, $90. If you are looking at a bundle, you're better off purchasing a starter kit and you're getting better value. So that's what I'm trying to say. You're going to get more for your money by purchasing the starter kit. And if you want to know what is involved, I've had people ask me what's involved. There is no compulsion to do anything like holding parties, things like that. You just, or hosting a workshop, doing Facebook Lives, nothing like that. So you can just join and do what you're doing. If you are a happy customer, love Stampin' Up products, continue doing that at a discount. There is a minimum of products that you do need to purchase if you wish to continue enjoying that discount. But that doesn't come into effect like till you have until April to take a look, see if you really like it, and if it's what you enjoy about the community. Go, I love this community. I love the fun that we have here. I love what Stampin' Up is and what it stands for. If you enjoy it and really value what it brings to you, then definitely consider making another purchase and staying on. At that point, you go, no, this is not quite for me. I would rather just go back to be a customer. Then definitely go back, and you don't have to. You just don't continue being a demonstrator, but you keep the starter kit, and you just you can enjoy the customer benefits. So yeah. Going back to what you have been doing. So there's lots of there's the option of just trying it out, seeing what you like, enjoying the benefits. You will get to see new product. You will get to see a new catalog. The next couple of months, you'll get to see like early releases. You'll get the opportunity to attend on stage event that's coming up in March. So that's lots of opportunities that are available to you if you join now. So think about it. You've got till the 31st of October where you've got these two amazing deals. And really, it's something that's going to keep on giving to you as it's like a gift to yourself, really. You've got friendship, community, you've got, if you love crafting, you're going to get your supplies at a discount. So lots of good things. Just added some glue just in the little areas so it's still sitting up. And I'm going to do the same on this one. So I added one flower so I can kind of work out where this placement is. Added some glue there. I haven't had the dimensionals because you would have to put them in between kind of those little white pieces so it doesn't show the white sections. And then I thought, might get a bit tricky, so let's just do it like this. All right. So I've added a dimensional in the center there, and that's there. All right, so I've got two there, two flowers. I'll do one more leaf here. Then I'm going to tuck this one in, which I've cut in half, and trim the edges so it doesn't look odd. They can't see where I've cut it. And I haven't worked out what I'm doing with the sentiment, but I always can't believe that last minute. So again, I'll trim that down. And I'll lift that and just tuck that in. I put a bit of glue under that because it's the dimensional is just a bit covered up, so it's not really going to help with the attaching. Now here I feel that that leaf is just a little bit too long. I'll trim it, stick that down, work that out where I'm putting that, and I might just make him just a little bit shorter. Okay, so he's going to stick right there. So it looks a bit fuller. That's what I wanted. Now here I'll add a little one there. This little flower. So when I'm attaching things like this, these little flowers, I sort of have the same composition or style I would do as for embellishments. Sort of your two together, something a little bit further apart, and like your odd numbers. That's the same design I would go for. One here. Just one on maybe on the little on the flowers, or just there. So we've got the base card done. I'll work out a sentiment, and I'm loving those colors together. I'm going to add a little bit of Misty Moonlight splatters here, and I am going to just cover that up there. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit out there. Oh, I like that. I like it on that pink too. Add a little there, so it looks okay. Great, that's looking better. Okay, so now for a sentiment. I make a ready-made one, meaning ephemera, because I think the contrast might be nice. It's a graduating season. It is. We've got lots of year 12s graduating. Wouldn't this be nice for a graduation card? Have you got a graduating teenager in your family? From uni maybe, or not whether it's uni graduating yet, but I know it's VCE exams here in Victoria. Coming up very soon. It's a stressful time. Let's add some of these. This is Old Olive, the twine, linen thread, sorry. It's a pack of early espresso and Old Olive. We're using this. We use this in bucket loads for the retreat, because we're all a bit mad on the linen thread and the twine. I feel that's not tighten enough. Let's see how that sticks down. Sometimes I tie from the back and sometimes from the front, just depends on my mood. Trim a bit down there. All right, okay, to the grab. I think I would like, I don't like the, I don't know, curved edges. Something about that is annoying me. That's a bit drastic. Annoying. No, it's not annoying me. It just didn't quite sit right with me. And then I'm going to add a bit of Old Olive under it. The teeniest scrap. just dive into your scrap bin. Oh, hi, Nicole. Good to see you. Thank you. I mean, you saw what I did. I just adding that to bring a bit of the color in there. Because I just felt that circular corner didn't really work with my card, and that's the beauty of ephemera. You don't have to use it how it's there. Just change it up. You just work it with your card. Now we'll trim that at the same angle. Right, then it's more like my style. And then we've got a graduation card for someone. I'm gonna go right to the end. So I like sometimes to have things that are not quite on the page, a little bit off. It's nice to have just something different. Now, what I'll do, let's do the inside. It's taken a bit longer, guys, because I haven't, I just, again, me on the fly thing. When you're on the fly, it takes a little longer. And we did a bit of watercolouring. A little bit of a different color palette too, right? It's nice to try something different. Now, let's see what we can do with the inside. I'm going to bring in a piece of Misty Moonlight, and I know we have used it on the card, but I have so much. I will put it again, but I'm going to emboss it this time. And that's going to add some texture to it. And we will also add some designer series paper just for something. All right, let's do this. So you want it, it's a special, like any case, I always decorate my cards, but like graduation, it's like such a special occasion. You're gonna want to do something a little bit extra nice. So you could add something extra. And normally if you're invited to a graduation, it will be a relative, your child, or a godchild, or a grandchild, niece, nephew. Okay, so that's going to give you some texture, even though against your Misty Moonlight. Let's see this. Let's try and emboss our envelope flap, because our card is the embossing folder is large enough, but it's a little bit trickier because I'm going to emboss the other way. It doesn't matter. It's going to, the width is what's going to make it a bit tricky. We shall see how that goes, but it'll do something. And then I can always add something at the edge. And yeah, I'm doing the thing you're not meant to do. I'm going with the open end first, but sometimes I say you break the rules. Right, so it's got that little edge, right? So, but it has that beautiful texture, and I think it's very nice. So, what I'm going to do is bring in my Misty Moonlight blending, and then if you cover yeah, that was blue. I thought for a minute that was green. Okay, yeah, oh, we can breathe again. All right, just take it, and if you don't, you can cover this up, but I'm not really trying to, but if you do that, you can't even tell, right? Really, by the time you do that, it's not even going to be visible. You could even put a bit of gold on that just to make it more fancy. But I really think if doing this, not going to be able to tell a thing. Right? You tell me, how does it look visible? Someone who's just getting it, I don't think so. So now we'll add our, and then we've got to add some bling. All right. So let's do this. I'm going to put my pink piece first, and then I'll have a bigger border than I normally would because I do like that embossed piece. So let's stick this down onto my embossed panel and do that. I love it. I love that embossed panel. Right. We'll bring in our bit of blending, so because we did have some watercoloring and it gives that nice look. Let's do that. I will be having this tutorial for my newsletter subscribers this week, so if you aren't a newsletter subscriber, make sure you subscribe. Otherwise, I will try and put this up on my store for purchase, but my newsletter subscribers receive it for free. Sometimes I'm a bit behind with adding my tutorials in my store. It just, time does get away from me. If there's anything particular you have to let me know, and I will have it up. Alright, so that's our inside done. And right, let's get some embellishments on this to complete our card. I'm not really sure what this gold might be pretty. Just bling it up a bit, huh? These kind of work well with everything. Yeah. Yeah. I love it when I agree with myself. I go, yes, this works so well. Maybe this way. And then we'll put the medium size one up here. I think we're done. All right, have you got someone in mind you could give this to? Let me know. Do you know someone graduating who may like this card? Leave me a comment. Right, card's done. Envelope's done. I think we can get away with that. And it is beautiful. Totally handmade and totally unique. And so no one's going to give the graduate something like this. So they'll love it. And you could add a handmade gift card, gift tag to go with it, or a gift card holder that coordinates, and they'll have a lovely gift. So thank you so much for joining me. I will have a supply list for you, and just remember the Floral Impressions Bundle and the Wildflower Design Birthday Designer Series paper, that is on our last chance list. So if you like it, just make sure you go and purchase it, because it's while supplies last. All right, thank you so much everyone for joining me today. It has been lovely to be back with you creating, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye.